Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Friday. Friday's the day of the week we turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey guys, vote us in a map. And they've gone with this one. Now, it's a creator we've done once in the past, episode 935, where they got 12 stars and the seal of approval. Yeah, that was 4 stars in each category. And today's map is going to be somewhat in the same ballpark. So let's say we've got a bit of a good one and we'll all be winners. Speaking of winners, have you won yet on BonBonBingo? If not, head on over, link is in the description, grab yourself a free bingo card for a game of BonBonBingo. Check off the memes as we're going through the show, just for a little bit of side fun, a little bit of action. We do like a little bit of action on this channel. Don't get enough action these days. Like activating maybe your clicking finger, because we have such thing as a daily reminder. But go on then, you know you want to do it. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Twin Lake Falls by djoe. Yes, djoe. Their previous map, if you remember, La Crosse, I think that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, that was strong. There's your start square. Well, I mean, basically Grid City there, innit? It's the only way to do that one. Then you've got your terrain heights. It won't be a mega grid city, you'll just have a grid city centre. And then resources look like that. So yeah, once you get away from the city centre, you could do some industries, very neat as well. And then if you have Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, we've got a few varieties of the fish as well. So everyone's a winner. Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it's a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. That is also one of those things that could be on the bingo card. And then a really lovely written description. I mean, basically, what do you want in the description? All of this? I would say thank you. There is a theme mix, the Twin Lakes, based on the Stray Cats Territory Homecoming theme, and a couple of extras added in there as well. And we'll be using the Relight Neutral LUT. We got a few rocks, we got a few trees and bushes and shrubs and stuff like that to subscribe to. Not too many things. Unlimited tree mod, yes indeed, you need that one as well. And just a few bits and pieces. It's not the world's longest list, and most people should be able to run this one. Down to a ground level, and I'm loving the tree aesthetics here. It's very dark. Yes, it's very dark. And I know there's a few people going, oh, it's too dark for me, because I had this with my map. Oh, it's too dark for me. Well, just tweak the lighting. I've got the light settings exactly as they suggested, which is was it a 3.1? I think it said 3.1 in the description there, using Ultimate Eye Candy. Also, there's a recommendation for the intersection marking tool, so I've got that active today. And I'm pretty happy with it. Don't know so much about this going on here. A bit of an empty. Yeah, there are ways around that one. And also the thickness of the lines, again, doesn't quite match up with the base game. Well, the mass transit, not the base game, is it? Mass transit lines on the roads are a little bit thinner than the ones in the intersection marking tool. And intersection marking tool actually have settings to adjust not just the thickness of the lines, but the luminescence of the lines as well. So you can get it to pretty much the exact same thickness. There is always going to be a little bit of not quite perfection, but there is room to get pretty close in both the color, in both the width and the luminosity as well. So yeah, if you're going to be putting intersection markings down, try and match those things up. Yeah, if you're going to go for it, once you've actually set up the width of the line in the mod, because the actual work on the intersection, I mean, that's the fun part, but once you've set up the actual color and width of the line within the mod and set that as a template, then you've just got to use the template. And it's kind of like just matching up themes or LUTs or so. Yeah, for example, if you want your rocks, using owls rocks or something like that, you want them to match in with the theme that we're using, and if they don't really match up at all, little tunnel here, if they don't match up at all, it's going to look a bit dumb. Admittedly, intersection marking tools are a fairly new thing, and I'm sure standards are going to improve and improve and improve. We're going to end up with things with the intersection marking tool is going to be used for things that we never dreamed of. That's how these things go. And Move It, I mean, remember when Move It first came out? And it was just like, well, we'd move a house or a tree, something like that. Now we're using it for insane things. And so I think will be the case with the intersection marking tool. It is just one of those mods that has so much potential. Then we have a fun intersection here. I mean, it's sweeping, it's long, we've got slip roads going, and it's all, again, neatly lined out. And to be fair, with these intersections that I said there's a gap in there, it's consistent across the map. So maybe in the part of the world that djoe comes from, that is how intersections are marked out. Maybe. I'm only looking at this from a UK centric point of view. I don't expect obviously the line markings to be exactly UK, but there are certain things that it's inbred into your head. They go, well, that's wrong, isn't it? It doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just wrong the way that I perceive it anyway. But certainly the line widths, you would have thought, would be the same anyway. Custom bridge. Yes, custom, perfectly done custom bridge as well. If you've never put down a custom bridge before, it's actually simple to do, but tricky to do perfectly, and that was done perfectly. So there's that. I think we'll have to link in the custom bridge tutorial for those of you that are looking at that going, I can't do that in my game. Well, you can. You need a mod, and you need to subscribe to a custom bridge off the workshop. It's very easy to do. Again, doing it to perfection, that's a different story altogether, but that's always the case with any game, really, isn't it? I would have said so. Right, okay, we're probably going to get lost at this intersection. I think I said I was going to go straight on here. I can't remember. I did plan out a route across this map. Nicely detailed with a little lake in each of these little loop arounds going on here. There is in that lake a rockin' and holin'. In fact, the rockin' and holin's been used a few times on the map. I can't remember which way I was going here actually. Anyway, again, intersections marked out here with a nice little split lane. Look how bright and luminant. Okay, here's the width of the line. Notice how the intersection marking tool lines are about 3 times wider than the mass transit lines there. So it could easily be trimmed up a fair deal and matched up perfectly. I'm not sure where, excuse me, that came from nowhere. I'm not sure exactly where we're going here, but we'll follow the route. There's definitely traffic running this way, and I am looking for the start square. If we don't end up at the start square, we'll find a different route to the start square. Maybe head to the start square via the rail, because I've got a bad feeling we have taken a wrong turning here. Did I say we wanted to go straight on? We've taken a right, haven't we? That's what we're doing. Yeah, we're heading towards the edge of the map. Oh, okay, right. Well, we'll just keep going to the edge of the map. Just this once. Big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. It's not that big, but and there's a few of you screaming out, oh, say it, BonBon, I've got it on my card. Okay, I've said it for you. It's not strictly a big old bridge, but it's not too bad. Switch to the rail. As we have rail here makes some kind of sense. And I'm going to see if we can't find a route into the centre of the map here. Now, it's a nice custom intersection coming up here. Oh, a little bit of encroaching foliage on the line there. That's shocking. And then, we've got a little bit of an interesting intersection coming up, which I feel that I personally have inspired. No catenary chaos, that's nice. Yeah, I personally have inspired intersect. Yeah, I take full responsibility for being the inspiration for this next intersection. Or it's more of a junction, isn't it? I guess it's a junction because it's rails. But here we go. This is it. Now, how would I inspire such a crazy looking thing? Well, clearly, it's all in the initials, isn't it? There it is. You're welcome, djoe. You're very, very welcome. Let's head across this way. Nice little we've got some nice little detail areas like this, which we're not going to focus on enough. If you want to check them out, do come and load up the map yourself. And an interesting pointy mountain range ahead. I don't mind that at all either. Adds a nice little focal area on the map, and I don't spend enough time looking at that either on today's show. Should really extend this show to about an hour for each map. I don't know how many people would watch an hour. I try and keep it punchy and short and interesting. Anyway, somewhere around here, Start Square. Where is this start? Hang on. We had the intersection here. I think we went right. Did we go right? Oh, I know what's happened. Yeah, we should have come to this roundabout here. Nicely done roundabout, I've got to say. And liking again. The intersection work there. Mostly, I love. It's just the luminosity of those lines really popping too much compared to the actual mass transit roads. And then this takes us down to we've got a bit of floating foliage here. Yeah, this is a cluster of trees. It's non-terrain conforming, which means that we can actually stand underneath it and look up into the sky, and there it is. It's hovering right above us. That's not how trees work. I don't know, there probably are some trees somewhere that float and hover. I'm going to learn these things. And we've got a little bit of stop-start traffic. Remember, this is actually a Start Square roundabout. And we got a little bit. We haven't even started the map build, the city build at this point. And yes, that's going to slow traffic coming down into the start area. Admittedly, it's not the only entrance into start area, but it's one of two. Here's your next one with that road joining off as well in that direction. So we've got multiple routes for traffic to come in, but already we're a little bit clogged down. Nothing that I think a little bit of the traffic manager won't fix, along with shunting of a node or two, just to make things a little bit smoother. Nicely detailed Start Square intersection here, or Start Square roundabout, I guess. I like that, and I like this as well.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Custom Bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And when I say I like this as well, I mean Zack's voiceovers. There's some new ones coming soon. So if you like Zack's voiceovers and you like my little intermissions, yeah, I got some new stuff coming. And also a voiceover for a one-shot show coming up too soon as well. So watch out for him there. He's an absolute legend. Right, shipping routes. This is an air route, not a shipping route, because there aren't any shipping routes. But I thought I'd let you know that you have actually got access to airports. Water flow. I think this counts as strong water flow. Now, you may have noticed that bridge we crossed over does not have pillars, and I forgot to go back to it. So there is a pillarless bridge, suspension bridge there, and there's your Start Square. So good strong water flow past the Start Square. No grumbles there. Yes, I did log it into the memory, and for some reason it didn't log into the memory, so we won't be having a look at that suspension bridge. But I thought I'd point it out while we were in the area. Like some of this terrain work, like this little ravine type thing going on there, like that. Tree painting, I'm okay with it. It's not the most fantabulous, but it's still strong. I mean, it's strong. I'm not criticizing. Are we talking about ultimate level? We're talking good levels, very good levels even. And then lots of lovely little interesting streams and rock work dotted around the map as well. 1-2 places it looks like the water struggles a little bit, like there. But we are high into the mountains, and there are much more interesting places to be concentrating. Like the density of the forest and the mixes of the trees in the forests are strong. And again, if it's too dark, just tweak those ultimate eye candy settings a little bit, just to give you a little bit of more pop. It's not a big problem to do that. Right, okay, this is one of these stored memory points that I completely forgot to or failed with the bridge. But yes, a little bit of traffic manager to sort that out. If you're going to be playing this map, you'll be playing with Traffic Manager anyway. No catenary chaos, but we have got a little bit of blue mantle. Don't you see the little bit of blue mantle? That's caused by a junction going straight onto a elevated section from a ground level. If we were to drop that to ground level there, see the blue mantle crack has gone. And then you just got to do a little bit of terrain work just to smooth that extended area out. So yes, just try and avoid having junction nodes also being where you convert from elevated to ground level. Or the other way around for that matter. Twin Lake Falls. So we should have some lakes and we should have some waterfalls. And we've got a lot of strong rock work as well. And I don't know which way to attack these falls because they are quite wide and very well done and beautifully detailed as well. I've got to say one of the best waterfall set pieces we've seen on the show for a little while. I mean, it's up there with one of the best, and I like it. And it's very aesthetically pleasing. And we haven't got any glitchy water, which is also pleasing. And it's fine. It's fine and it looks good, and it might give you a lovely little area there for some great screenshots. Maybe do a community around that lake. You get some really nice screenshots of your city build down that area. I do like that. And there are lots of other areas, like we've got this area with the switchbacks, which is very cleanly done as well. There's a lot of good work on the map that I'm just skimming over. But yes, I think did I mention about leaving the map to run for a few moments while the water sorts itself out? I'll tell you about that in a moment. But first of all, let's have a quick look at the asset of the day. It's the Soviet modern train station Togliatti by FantasticVitalii. Now, I've got a little bit of a problem with this. I didn't have time to sort it out. Clearly it isn't a problem because I've checked the comments, and even Lord the King Bramard, top asset creator, has commented as to how brilliant this asset is. But you'll see in a moment we've got a little section of the asset which is sort of missing or hovering or something, and we just got a gap, and I don't understand why, and I don't have time to resolve these little issues while doing the map review. I plot these down, show them off, and hopefully whatever the problem is, you can easily resolve it. But not something I could do, but all told, I'm loving this asset. Anyway, water flow, oh no, asset, factoids. What am I doing? Factoids because factoids. A cheetah. There you go, that's that was bit I was talking about. A cheetah can reach a speed of 45 miles an hour from a standing start in 2 seconds. It's pretty nippy. Yeah, water flow on the map. Ignoring the railway station for the moment. Yeah, the water flow on the map. You just need to leave it to run for a few moments. There's basically a lump of water that needs to clear. It doesn't take very long. I mean, on high speed, just a few moments. Okay, right, Soviet modern train station Togliatti by FantasticVitalii. Today's asset of the day. And so we pull back and take a quick overview of the map as a whole. From up here, the water still looks a bit lumpy. It's actually not too bad at when you get down to ground level. But yeah, there's just a ridge of water that needs to clear from loading the map. But what do you think of the map as a whole? What do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen, or the link in the description. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free. But what do I think of today's map? Well, actually, aesthetically, I like this a lot more than I thought I was going to. I was not sold on this one at first glance, and the more time I've spent with it, the more I'm growing to love it. Whether I would love it even more if I played the map a bit longer, I don't know. But I'm gonna give it straight down the middle 4 stars. Yeah, I like it. Detailing. Detailing is pretty strong across the board. It's not pushing towards 5 stars because you're going to need to go to an extra level with the intersection marking tool for that one. So there's that. Plus, we have got the missing pillars on that suspension bridge, which would bring it down a little bit. But but it was already a pretty high 4-star map in my eyes. So I'm going to go middle 4. Gameplay potential, yep, definitely a playable map. Quite like a little bit of stoppish, startish traffic. So I'm going to go for a lowish 4 stars because it's going to hamper your start of city builds there. Twin Lake Falls by djoe. Seal of approval, yes indeed. Yeah, just a little bit of stop-start traffic near the start square. A little bit of lumpy water and a missing pillar. Or 2, maybe. That's basically it. So, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't play it. Off you go. You got nothing to do today. Other than everything that you have to do today. Like using the words of the day into the comments to prove you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use it as part of a sentence like I just did, just to show how clever you are. And we'll be back tomorrow with our final map of the week. And hopefully, it will be a good one.